here than they do on cars and gas. Hi, we are Kami Design, and this is our amazing team. And before we get into kind of the nitty-gritty of our product, we want to take you back into time for a little bit. About 100 years. So this is what outdoor fun looked like in 1910. Riveting. So 1920, 1930, and then in the 1950, 1960, and then something happened in 1969, Woodstock. And suddenly there's an explosion of different types of outdoor activities that people did now. Music festivals, being outdoors, camping and hunting like they used to back in the early 20th century. And now this is what people did outdoor in the last 40 years. So we are not looking to hike 20 miles into the wilderness or to conquer a mountain. We're not looking for experiences of aggression or reverence in nature. The outdoor recreation industry is a $646 billion giant, but they've been sleeping on what today's generation wants for fun. Today's generation is bringing wine and dancing in the park, hanging out at the beach, and rocking out at music festivals. We are seeking a sense of wonder, community, and play. And most of all, we want to have fun. We are about bringing the scene to the scenery. But these products that are out there, these uninspiring products, don't reflect that type of lifestyle. So our challenge is that we're addressing the challenge of today's generation not having the product that reflects the outdoor social lifestyle that exists today. And so, you know, you're at that party and they're playing awesome music, but no one's dancing? Then suddenly that moment happens where that one person gets on the dance floor and breaks the ice, and now everyone's dancing, just like this guy did at the Sasquatch Music Festival. And that is in the spirit of how we built our company, Kami Design. And with our flagship product, the Kami Canopy Tote, we want to inspire imagination through the outdoors. My name is Yvonne, and I'm passionate about stories. From creating films to managing web development projects, I always go back to this one question: how do I tell compelling stories? And that's the same when we were designing the Kami Canopy Tote. How do we communicate our vision of play and community with outdoor products? So we tackled this challenge by creating an inflatable, half geodesic inspired dome. Why? It's simple shape. It represents playfulness. Its design enables our users to be in the outdoors with the people they love easier. And we've consulted with different types of professionals like Jay Baldwin, who worked with Bucky Fuller, as well as other architects and industrial designers to seek the viability of this product. So with that, let's get to the Kami Canopy Tote. So Tanya is getting ready for that rare sunny San Francisco day that she wants you to enjoy. So the Kami Canopy fits 2 to 5 people, and its seams, as you can see, is made of polyurethane that's able to inflate with air that keeps its structure. The panels are made out of ripstop nylon, as well as there's a waterproof floor that's also made of nylon taffeta that keeps you dry and comfy when the ground's sweat, so you can be with your friends. And then there's mesh on the back of certain back panels on the top to enable airflow as well as to let the wind pass through much easier. And then we have, this is where you pump up the canopy with the air, with our hand pump. So we really built the Kami Canopy Tote to be a pack-and-go and easy-to-use product. We want to take the unpleasant pre-planning process of you going out there to enjoy being outside at the beach or the park out. So it's perfect for the afternoon in the park, barbecue at the beach, or just to be your space at different outdoor festivals. So now that you have the product and you're at the park, what else can make your canopy, your Kami Canopy unique? So we have solar panel that you can connect your cell phone and your Jambox so that you don't lose music at all the whole day. We have, it's getting dark, so you also want to be able to see the Kami Canopy. So we have rope lights that line up the inside of the canopy so you're able to have this like glowing kind of like structure at the park. And then we also have flags. There's a lot of people at Stern Grove, at Treasure Island Music Festival. So we want you to be able to, be seen, and so your friends can see you amongst the crowd. So all of these products is to enhance your outdoor recreation experience. We want you to bring the scene to the scene.
All right, and with that said, our brand strategy is to move past color and its aesthetic, and instead focus on the product and how it makes the customer feel. Alive, excited, and fun. I'm Aki, and my experience in fashion as a visual merchandiser as well as a style editor helped me to craft an effective brand strategy for Kami. So, as Kami is the root of anticipation for a fun event, it enhances being uninhibited with friends outdoors. Kami inspires imagination for the outdoors, not only through our signature product, but also through the media content that we curate on our website. This content includes video of music festivals and concerts, as well as activities outdoors at beaches and parks. It also includes just randomness of the spontaneity that ensues when a group of friends are together enjoying one another's company. But the website is not just product and content. It is also a way for our customers to connect with one another as well as with us. So through the hashtag Kamigami, our users are able to share the content of the product from all avenues of social media. So Kami is a lifestyle brand that is dynamic, social, modern, and cool without pretension. It reflects the aspirations, needs, and desires of the casually active urban millennial.
So, who are these urban millennials? What do they like? What are they seeking in products? My name is Kara, and I am passionate about marketing. I help brands connect with their customers through art and media, and I'm also a DJ. So I'm really passionate about understanding what unlocks the senses for certain people and submerges them in certain experiences. And so the best way to do this, I found, is to get to know them first. So these people are socially active, very intelligent and friendly, ages 23 to 35, and they don't have any kids. And while they don't make more than $50,000 on average, they prioritize socializing in their spending. So they're going to be doing their research before they buy anything, and they're really engaged consumers. One of the most important things we found out about them, though, is that they like to connect. And these are your friends who are always inviting you over to eat or out to dinner or things like that, because eating is a ubiquitous form of connecting. These people are the conversation starters, and they're also the people who help Lyft and Airbnb get their jump start here in the Bay Area. They're prone to be early evangelists. So our total addressable market in the United States is 48 million. But for the first 3 years, we're going to target that specific group of people here in the Bay Area.
So just in the Bay Area alone, there are almost 2 million millennials. So we are expected to capture 20% of that market at year 3. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to go from 20 users to 23,000 on year 1 with profits of 646,000. At the end of year 2, increase our user base to 45,000 with profits of 1.1 million, and on the end of year 3, increase get customers to buy our products to 71,000 and get profits of 1.8 million. So this is our profit margin we're going to do. We're going to make a profit margin of $37 on the Amazon front and 54 on average from our product lines. So to make these operations happen, we're going to need $100,000 to start to buy our first orders of products and for marketing. So how are we going to bring this product to reality? My name is Tania Cruz, and I am passionate about bringing ideas to reality. And I just did that with my first startup, the Bush Packard, and I expect to do this with Canopy Top. So for the operations of Canopy, we're going to have two divisions. So we're going to partner with manufacturers, suppliers, and Amazon Fulfillment Center. And with that, we're going to have two divisions for our operations. One division is going to be our product designers, executing and developing the Canopy code. And we're going to outsource that to manufacturers who are going to assemble the materials and the components. On the other side, we're going to have white label suppliers for our complementary products. So from the side of the customer, this is the way this is going to work is you go to the website, you order the product, and then on the back end is an affiliate link for Amazon, so they receive the order and then they send the product directly to the customer. Okay, so the way we're going to do this, we're going to have an integrated business model where we're going to capture and observe our market, and then we're going to find some insights, and we're going to analyze those insights to refine our products, so that we can create products that really fits the needs of our market.
So why do you care? 140 million Americans make outdoor recreation a priority in their daily lives, and they prove it with their wallets. Product sales in 2012 were for $120 billion for that year. But current companies like REI, Patagonia, and Coleman are referencing conquering and aggression. This is not what our target is looking for at all. They are much more invested in community, play, and wonder. They're interested in the outdoors being secondary to a dynamic social experience. And these millennials incorporate spontaneity into everything that they do. I mean, they want these meaningful experiences, and they take the phone with them wherever they go, even to just simple social settings. So, this is also shown with the advent of glamping, large outdoor social events through meetup.com, competitions like Tough Mudder and Warrior, as well as music festivals like Coachella. Last year, Coachella raked in $47 million and saw 150,000 attendees. And guess what? Coachella is just one of approximately 200 music festivals in the US each year. It's pretty obvious to us that no one is paying attention to the needs of the casually active urban millennial. Not only that, outdoor recreation is the third largest spending category in the United States, only behind finance and healthcare. But none of these products are fulfilling what these people want. We have that opportunity to be the market leader in this field.
So how are we going to do this? Our marketing strategies really is a little bit innovative from our perspective. We want to connect with people the way that people connect with people. We're replacing advertisements with videos that tell stories. We're connecting with people on social media for their feedback for our products. And when we get something that we like and we use, we shout them out and we, acknowledge them. We also reward them for participating. We take our comedy to the beach and to the park, and we invite them to come along with us. And we actually want to do the same now. We're going to be going to Coachella next week. We want to invite you all to come with us to hang out poolside at the Ace Hotel. And come and take pictures, post them with the hashtag ComedyGami, and they'll be posted to our site, comedydesigns.co. And so these are the ways that we are bringing the scene to the scenery. Thank you.
Okay, I think you got a great kind of foundation in terms of the space that you're kind of trying to tackle, like your identified opportunity space. This tag bringing scenes to scenery is really touch-provoking and powerful. What my biggest concern, two big concerns, one is the presentation of it, the other is the product. Right now, I don't think the product is believable. I don't think it would be, it would be hard to set up, manage, you know, what it, I don't know how it fits into a concert setting. I can see it in the park open area, but it's not big. It seems like it needs more kind of diving into the product itself and design it in a way that is complex and innovative and unbelievable as a successful product. So that's my concern about the product. The presentation, you know, it's a little bit kind of strung out and meandering, and it kind of goes in bits and spurts, and it just needs to be kind of reorganized and collected and flowed together as a better story, right? But I think that's sort of secondary to the product problem. And I wonder, like, if you need more scene in the scenery, like show us more of the scenes, because I think that's the really compelling part. Like, what do you mean by bringing scenes to the scenery? How do I discover that scene that's Kami, not the scene in general, but the Kami scene? And what does that look like to discover it? What does it look like when it's manifest beyond the tent? Like, look more on the experience of the scene than the tent of the scene. You know? So how you're using these videos and how you're using your digital properties and all these things to like create a kind of following a lifestyle. The tent is just a prop. Right now, there's too much focus on the prop of the tent and not on the scene in the presentation, and I think also on the product. So I wonder if you can monetize some of that scene, right? And we talk about many ways to monetize the scene, which is, you know, through partnerships, brand associations, and ticket sales, video, media deals, all kinds of things. So that scene is a valuable aspect of creating your brand. Make that any individual product.
Yeah, so, so I kind of like the background stuff. I know that there's disagreement about that, but I like that kind of raver party background. But that does lead to the question, as I think about candidates for this market, you know, this is sort of the anti-hipster side of the millennial scene. You know, it's the hipster side that I think of as having these nascent outdoor interests. So I'm not sure outdoor is the right framing for this, you know, for this raver scene as opposed to the, you know, hipster Brooklyn best made acts scene, you know, which kind of attaches to, in my mind, one after. So the question is sort of how do you connect the needs of this scene with shelter? And these actually seem like, what was another one? You're making shelter for the uninhibited, you know, which is, you know, potentially a contradictory value prop. You know, and I think this is ripping off Bill's point. It's not clear that the guys that you're building the brand values around want this particular product as the launch product. Because I kind of love where you're going with brand development. I mean, it's really interesting and memorable. But the question is how to connect the dots between brand development and the need for that specific launch product.
Yeah, this is something I guess we sort of had to take a look because it's like the real case, like trying to tie real life in with like numbers partial kind of covering, but still open for people to come join them, and then just they can take it down.
Yeah, we have, so this afternoon's exercise would be a great place to work through, to look at this, in a couple of different ways, sort of top down, bottom up. So I think that would be a great chance to explore that a little bit.
Yeah, I think your market is bigger than just the tent market. It's that, it's kind of mashup of that, the event market, the media market, the kind of lifestyle and fashion market. That's why that's the scene and the scenery. What is that scene? What is that? Everything's going to be built around that. It's a real precious asset. From there, you can build tents, clothing, events, a whole host of things. But you got to establish that scene that you talk about. I'm not sure it's the rave scene, but I think part of it.
Well, I'm not very good at this.
I think that's true. Like, what is that scene you're trying to? You kind of like you have to explain to us better. What exactly is it?
Honestly, personally, I don't know any other way to explain it besides the videos. Only because I feel like it's something that you actually need to see for yourself. Which is why we show Coachella, especially because we know that is where it accepts people. So I mean, it's something that's kind of intangible, that's more or less appealing, which is why we wanted to kind of highlight that in the beginning. But we do understand what you guys are definitely like to critique, but it's really hard to pinpoint something that's like, number one, an anomaly, and number two, a mesh of so many different things.
Well, that's what I was trying to, because I really liked that. Because I think you projected the emotion of that scene really, really well, in a way that we all kind of grasp. But then it's harder for us to follow the lead from that emotion to the specific offer, the product.
I think what's missing is that all of that video is fabulous, but it doesn't show anybody in a shelter. And none of those people look like they need shelter because, God, they're in the mud. They're at night. They're part of the, they're listening to the music. They're all, half dressed, half high, fully high. They're not sitting down and trying to get shelter from the sun, right? Or throwing the after party or sitting there waiting for the concert to happen. So I think that the piece that's missing is you talk about how this is going to be used, and we can kind of think about that, but there's no picture. So maybe give us the picture of happy people going back at night, right, or half dead, or do some mock-up of all of this at Burning Man, or thousands of people at Coachella who, a bunch of people sitting there getting wicked-ass sunburn because they don't have shelter, whereas this other cool group of people, they got the flag, people can find them. You're the best like the new version of a tailgate party. Everybody decamp for camping.
I just think that the media is woefully inadequate. You need to pump it up. You need to make it huge, you need to make it loud, you need to make it like, you want everybody to start like moving
Dancing.
in the audience at Venture Night. You are the coolest people in the room. That's what you need. So that's what you need, like struggling, what is the scene? Bring the scene to Venture Night. Make it the scene. See happen. That's right. You guys are good as media. Pump it up, pump the shot. You need to bring in lights, you need to bring in speakers, you need to bring in projectors, whatever. Figure it out. Figure it out.
Well, and this is something you've done, what you brought to residency after residency is something more immersive.
Right.
And that's great. I mean, even this, I agree you can make it bigger, but even this is more experiential and emotional and immersive than, what you typically see in this kind of presentation. So, we're just saying, this is good, make it even better and bigger.
Maybe just don't use the word outdoor. I think you say that and
Yeah, Oshkosh to Josh, I mean, the overalls are not really part of your story, that sort of history build-up, but I don't know, maybe it isn't. Maybe you're saying that's how people experience, shared this.
Justin?
Yeah, I thought what was interesting is you showed your total addressable market, which is sort of like that, going back, but it was sort of a blended approach. So going back to what Andy was saying, you said outdoors, but fight it a little bit. I wonder if there's another approach to building your own total addressable market that blends all of these things in. It's outdoors, but perhaps you could, there's some of this stuff we'll have to make up. How many actual concerts are there? And in those concerts, what's the geography of people that would use this in the back, right? And you could even show, visuals would be interesting, because you show people jumping around, but if there was a way to get video of panning back and like, holy shit, there's 10% of the crowd is not jumping around, they're jumping by their tents. So could you quantify with rough cam, could you quantify how many concerts there are, how many people stand, that would have tents in the back, and then there's another blend, which is how many parks are there in the country, urban parks, for instance. How many urban parks are there, like Dolores, or you guys showed this park over here, Dog Shit Park, whatever it's called. How many of those parks could you show? And then the same sort of thing. You could probably start forecasting what a real total addressable market looks like as a blended outdoor and as something that's your own TAM. Like no one else owns that. No one else owns this other total addressable market because you're going to build it. Like I feel like if you showed that and you showed video of that, it's like, oh shit, you're right. No one is.
It's a great setup. We'll get to this after.
No one's doing that, right?
Okay, one more comment, we gotta move on.
Just something that we all need to be cognizant of. We use so as a transition when we're speaking, and every single one of us says so, and then we go into the next thing, and then it's just really, it's not clean. So
So what do you mean?
We all do it.
Oh, I couldn't even hear you.
So,
we use so as a transition. Oh yeah.
not.
Not. So I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Circle slash.